What's good, y'all? It's VA here again, and I'm going to be reading some more from the 7 Mindsets right here. All right, the final frontier. Care to go for a ride into outer space? Now you can travel there round trip. As part of our research, we interviewed Sir Richard Branson. At the end of the interview, he was asked what he would do differently if he could start over and do it all again. Without hesitation, he responded, "I would dream bigger." Branson is worth over $2 billion. He has started more than 100 companies. He lives on his own private island. Two of his later ventures are Virgin Galactic, the first company to commercialize space tourism, and Virgin Oceanic, which is taking tourists to the deepest points in the Pacific Ocean. Pretty amazing stuff for someone who thinks his dreams aren't big enough. Branson was not belittling his accomplishments. As a matter of fact, interviews with hundreds of other successful men and women demonstrate that his feelings are shared by most great achievers. When we interviewed Jack Canfield, co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, he described a survey that asked the most accomplished men and women in the U.S. the same question we asked Branson: What would you do differently if you could start over? Their responses were inevitably the same. They would dream bigger, and they will also start sooner. People like Branson realized that everything which exists in the world today was just once an idea in the mind of an individual, curious enough to wonder. Fire, the wheel, electricity, the automobile, the airplane, and the cell phone were all once only in the world of imagination. But in each case, someone had the idea to bring each from the world of imagination into the real world, making the seemingly impossible possible. Richard Branson understands that everything is possible, and that a clear vision and absolute faith in its possibility will most certainly create a new reality. Once we understand this, as Branson certainly does, we learn that the only limitations in our lives are our own dreams, expectations, and the time we decide to making them happen. So why not dream bigger and start now? To that point, a lot of the things that we face in this world, a lot of the things that we see in this world, they're not always as they seem. Like, have you noticed you can walk around or you can experience a situation and you feel like nothing is going to change, but then out of the blue, something will change that you didn't even expect to change? And that can happen even more, especially if you're putting your intention behind an end result that is going to be different than what your circumstances and what your surroundings tell you. Remember, if you plant a seed towards a goal, it may not grow into that exact same goal, but it'll lead you down paths to understand how to better germinate something and how to better cultivate something that can be similar to that presentation, similar to that expectation. And remember, everything is possible. So if you can dream it, hey, it's only a matter of getting there. Let's get it.